Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen life trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard caps apply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Monday. I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm sending love to each and every person that is tuning in, whether that's live or recorded, or maybe seeing clips of this afterward. We have a lot of news to share with you guys, and we're going to get into it without a little doubt. And listen, guys, I know that Charlie Kirk's memorial was yesterday, or more of a revival was yesterday. We're going to dive into that a little bit later in the show, because if I start talking about it now, I'm probably going to cry, and that's why I have no makeup on today. So we are going to wait on that a little bit and simmer on it until more people come in here, and then I'm just gonna say what I need to say and move on. But yeah, I am very happy that you guys are here today. We do have a lot of news regarding crypto, though. We have Italy, a lot of international news today. Oh my gosh, wait, what happened to my screen just now? Sorry, guys. We have Italy. We also have Japan. We have Metaplanet. We have a lot of market news, billions of dollars wiped out in liquidations. We also have Metaplanet, so we have MicroStrategy buying Bitcoin today. We also have FTX news, Jim Cramer talking about crypto this morning, which is never a good thing. Also, we have crypto exchange news such as BitGo and Coinbase, and then your coins to watch, and then our spotlight, which is going to be the memorial. So if you guys are ready for the Zest, the news, the education, smash like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, which we did get on Friday, and I would love to say Pampleton, love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We also have a subscriber goal of 23,360 subscribers, so 6 more. And to that I say, let's say good morning to everyone in the chat. Say good morning to me as I say good morning to you, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show, including Cake Wallet Market, Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off, and then head out to Vacation Genie and pay for your cruise with crypto. Everyone, do not say hello to Gio today. He says he has no makeup on also. I hope you don't have makeup on, because you know what I'm not going to say with that. Anyway, guys, we have Pete. Good morning, Peace. We have a bunch of people over on TikTok, and if you were over there, please go to youtube.com/missteencrypto. We have Jesse, Mike Volmer, Silver Days, good morning. Backup, Mama Shadow. We got Peace, Joe Harvey, good morning. Doge Bull, nice to see you. Oh, Silver Days with their emojis. Love Silver Days. David Bowles is here. Good morning. We got Bobby F. Nice to see you. Aquarian. Steven, Sandsman, nice to see you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Steve is here. Good morning. Mark Smithson. Oh, gosh. Yukio is on X with the one comment. We got Rob C. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Or OG Revenge is here as well. Donnie, nice to see ya. Drig, good morning. Northern Crypto, Ben Spada. Okay. Gio, okay. Listen, I'm not going to comment on your looks anymore. You have a doctor's appointment at 11. Sending all the love to you, Dawn. Sending all the love to you, Dawn. All right, let's get into the show. Kimmo. Hello, Kimmo. Nice to see you, Andy S. Good morning. Guys, please smash the like, subscribe, and share. We're going to get after it this morning. Let's look at the market recap. Of course, that's what we start off with. That's what we do on this channel. And we have a lot of red this morning, kicking us off as Bitcoin taking a tumble, rejecting 117.5 and going down to this 112. Our levels play out so fantastically on this chart. Just look at that. Rise, we barely broke through that 112. Boom, rejected that 117.5, coming back down to 112. Ideally, again, you want to hold support, but your bearish level ultimately is going to be 106. And I'm going to label this with maybe a little star emoji. Can we get like a little star emoji? You know what? Maybe a rocket emoji to keep us a little bit more positive, because I really do believe if we come down to this 106, we could have a really nice support and go jet set back up to 120. That's just my proposed thought. Who knows if it's going to play out, but I'm going to mark this level of 106 as a rocket level to hopefully give us that support we need to move on. Oh boy. Bulldog Eric, a member for 34 months. 34! That's insane. He said, let's go, Zesty Week. Wow. Aww. 34 months is a stupid long time. It's a very long time. Hello, Josh on TikTok. Nice to see ya. Gio said that we're doing a couple's Halloween costume. What should we be? Guys, I don't think I should be doing a couple's costume with Gio because he doesn't sing for me. If you think we should, one or yes emoji, two or no emoji. Everyone should say no, though. Everyone should say no. Continuing on, though, 106 is your bearish level to watch. Looking at market Cipher, it's telling us all we need to know, which is a red dot was printed, taking out that momentum. Money flow is taken out. VWAP is also taken out, and we are down. We are bearish. And you know what? Hopefully this is a full smooth Monday because we are down 2%. RSI has now rejected neutral and is now bearish, which again, if we pull back just a little bit and come down right here with this RSI, could be really great support for that. And again, I really do hope we go down to 106K. Like, I'm never screaming bearish. I'm not trying to be bearish either. I'm just letting you know that 106 is a great and bullish level to hold for support. And I don't want to see below 100K ever again, but that's just me and being greedy. I'm greedy, Michael. Be a financial advisor. No, I am not going to be a financial advisor. I appreciate that you think I could be, though, but the answer is no. I like doing my innocent little podcast here and not impacting people's pockets. Well, if I do, hopefully it's in a good way anyway. But everyone's saying no. Okay, all right. Yeah, I guess Gio has his answer. Hello, Orlando. Nice to see ya. Eric, oh my gosh. Julio, nice to see you. Welcome. He said, I think there's a historic typhoon in Hong Kong. Oh. I didn't know there was like a storm in Hong Kong right now. Let's keep going, guys. Let's get into our breaking news headlines. And then the headlines aren't too extensive today, but they're definitely, of course, worthwhile because this is a news channel. All right, guys, let's get into it, guys. Your breaking news starts right now. Sip your coffees. ETH, Dogecoin, leading the way in a 1.5 billion, yes, billion with that B, dollars in liquidations over the weekend as Bitcoin actually dipped right below that 112. Very interesting what's happening here, my friends. Very, very interesting. Look out for these liquidations. And if you are trading like a mad person, keep calm, hodl on. Sometimes it's okay to just DCA. But do what you want with your money because it's your money. Crypto traders saw them more than $1.5 billion in bullish wagers liquidated on Monday. ETH slumped as much as 9%. We'll go over the chart right after this to $4,075 as nearly $500 million of leveraged long positions were liquidated. And looking over here, Dogecoin down more than 10%, leading losses among major tokens. And Solana, Cardano, BNB, and Tron showing losses of at least 5% in the last 24 hours. More than 407,000 traders were liquidated over a 24-hour period, according to CoinGlass. which the highest such losses in recent months. Now, again, these are when leveraged positions are forcibly closed due to a price movement that is beyond the trader's margin threshold. And so this is something that I always warn people about, especially when they are using high leverage or even trading in a position that we're in right now, which is the fact that, hold on, let me get rid of this drawing, this ridiculous drawing from last week. But yeah, what we want to do is definitely hold support, but overall, we are very undervalued here. Yes, liquidations happened. $1.5 billion, sure. But this is when we're in price discovery. Look how close we are to price discovery. We're still in price discovery for everyone who isn't aware here. But even look at ETH. We need to hold that 4,200, which we're at there right now. So we're at $4,202. We're down around 5.5%. You want to hold above 39.50, 39.60 more like. Fighting for that 4K is critical. Critical. Red dot has been printed on market Cipher, pulling it on down. Look at that VWAP too. We are down. Money flow is down as well. Again, this is just kind of a lazy Monday. Everyone's just kind of chillaxing. We are bearish with this RSI, which I say send it to oversold. Most of the market is oversold. Even if you, where is this? Coin market cap. Yes, this is where I saw it. Right here, let me move myself. It says the average crypto RSI is oversold right now. Oversold, which is so bullish in my opinion. Super bullish in my opinion. Everyone would say we're overbought right now. Oh my gosh, people are too bullish on crypto. No, it's exactly the opposite. I think we're in a great neutral position right now where we can easily make a really nice move. So if it's to the downside, that's not a big problem either, because again, it gives you a buying opportunity. But if it continues to go up, then you know what? Good for us, fam. We've been waiting for that. But I really do want to see an all-time high this week. Rumors have it that we're going to see a major move for crypto and politics this week. There's a lot of people tweeting and, oh my gosh, you have to be ready for this Bitcoin news. Listen, guys, love everyone that's tweeting that. But like the announcement of the announcements, we need to, let's just make the announcement, fam. Let's make the announcement. And there's a lot of people that could front run and trade based on this potential announcement. So we'll see. But either way, if we have a strategic Bitcoin and reserve announcement today, that'll be amazing. So hopefully we see something. I think we're going to see something out of California today from the tweets I'm seeing. That's kind of the gist of the message for me. So watch out for California today. And if anything, then I'll be obviously spotlighting it tomorrow. We do have an after show today. Thank you for reminding me, Black Hat. Guys, we do have an after show. The event is set up in Discord, so if you have not yet, please become a member of the Discord channel, so that way you can go ahead and become read by Discord, because you connect your YouTube account to Discord, then Discord says, oh, you're a member, you get into the after shows. But today's special because it's a Monday, and on Mondays everybody is invited, so you don't have to be a member yet, but become a member by Wednesday. Wednesday and Fridays are for members only. So today's open to everyone. So all you got to do is just join the Discord, wait till this live stream ends, and we hop right in there and we do a little voice chat and you could come hang out. Mono is here. Hello. Nice to see you. Welcome. You would love to hang out? Well, Mike, just join the Discord. That's all I got to say to you. Join the Discord. I haven't heard anything about a Discord compromise. If anyone wants to confirm that, you could. But yeah, we're going to go into our international headlines now. Let's talk about Bank of Italy. They want to change the rules for global multi-issuance stablecoins. Now, again, Europe is very into stablecoins right now. They're really trying to go ahead and claim that they're sort of pro-crypto, but we know the European Central Bank does not like crypto whatsoever, and especially not Bitcoin, because it poses a threat to Christine Lagarde and her totalitarian type mindset that she has. Now, moving on, look at this. A senior Bank of Italy official warned that stablecoins issued by multiple entities across different countries could pose significant risks to the EU's financial system unless they're strictly limited to jurisdictions with equivalent regulatory standards. Now, here's the problem with stablecoins internationally, especially in Europe, because what they really want to do is have these stablecoin issuers hold their reserves in the banks. But the problem is that if the bank itself fails, then how much of that money will the issuers get back? And if they don't get their reserves back, then what's backing their stablecoin? Essentially nothing but thin air. So this is why, like, I really am skeptical of what the EU is trying to do by saying they're bullish on stablecoins and trying to bring them in, yet they have to be based in Europe, yet they have to have their bank accounts and their reserves in Europe one-to-one. And the reason they're doing all of this is because they wanted to purposely not work out with stablecoins, so that way they could say, oh, stablecoins didn't work. Here's your CBDC, your retail digital euro. And that's essentially what the ECB wants. That's what the EU wants. So as far as I'm seeing here, this is all absolute. Now, Chiara Scotti, the vice director of the Bank of Italy, said multi-issuance stablecoins, digital tokens issued in several countries under a digital brand or a single brand, may increase liquidity, but also bring considerable legal, operational liquidity and financial stability risks if at least one issuer is outside of the EU. Saying, although this architecture could enhance global liquidity and scalability, it poses significant legal, operational liquidity, and financial stability risks at the EU level, particularly if at least one issuer is outside. Now, again, if the EU, if they are outside, then who cares? But even in the US, this is what they wanted, is that they really wanted people to have their stablecoins in the United States. That's why the previous administration did not like Tether. This is why they did not like Tether, is because they were not based in the US. But now, even last week, I believe, right, Tether was in the United States coming out with their own US stablecoin to kind of fix that problem. We could see that with Tether in the EU as well. But that's just something I wanted to see. Donnie, are you a member? No, you're not a member yet. You have to make sure you get that little star next to your name in the chat. But yeah, we need to make sure that we're doing the stablecoin game right. I do love stablecoins, but they are a little bit tricky. They are a little bit tricky. Though I think it would help the banking system a lot if they used stablecoins. Is this my TikTok account? Yes, this is my TikTok account. If you see any other missteencrypto or Randi Hipper accounts, they are fake. Actually, there is one that's real, but you'll know if it's real. This one is my only missteencrypto account. So if you see any other account claiming to use the name missteencrypto, then it's fake. This is my only real missteencrypto account. I do have another trap TikTok account, but not a lot of people know about that one right now. It's kind of low key at the moment. It's kind of low key. I didn't post on it this weekend, but I was posting a lot last week. Anyway, if you guys want to go find my secret TikTok, go look for it. Metaplanet, though, let's go over to Japan and forget about the EU because they're absolutely tyrannical. Metaplanet became the 5th largest publicly listed Bitcoin holder, especially in Asia, where in Japan alone, they're the largest Bitcoin treasury company. They had a $632 million buy. Metaplanet became the 5th largest corporate Bitcoin holder. Again, they are number 1 in Japan, overtaking Bullish after acquiring 5,419 Bitcoin for about $632.53 million at an average price of $116K per coin. Now, again, they have a Bitcoin yield of almost 400% in 2025. They now hold a total of 25,555 Bitcoin valued at approximately $2.71 billion. With an average cost basis of $106K per coin. Now, Dylan Leclerc noticed that this purchase represents just the first tranche, as Metaplanet recently raised $1.4 billion to continue buying Bitcoin. A lot of money coming through for these Bitcoin strategic reserves, whether that's in cities, states, companies, countries, does not matter. And Metaplanet, oh, they are so smart. They are so smart. And I give credit to every single person, every single company that goes and buys Bitcoin, because those 25,000 Bitcoin that Metaplanet owns will make them more wealthy than most countries. Michael Saylor, on the other hand, though, with the amount of Bitcoin that they buy and the amount that they own, they could probably end up buying the world in the next 10 years. And I'm slightly being dramatic with that when the reality is, he could quite literally probably end up buying countries. MicroStrategy could be its own country. They could buy a country and own it and say, this is MicroStrategy country. President Sailor in check. That's how I picture this wealth going, because they own over 600,000 Bitcoin now. Take a look at the recent buy. Earlier this morning, Sailor posted Strategy acquired 850 Bitcoin for a small, measly $99.7 million. Can't believe he's not at $1 billion buy today. At about 117.3K per Bitcoin, achieved a Bitcoin yield of 26% year to date. And as of yesterday, they hodled 639,835 Bitcoin acquired for $47 billion at about 73.9K per Bitcoin. Do you think, because again, the average price of purchase is 73K, do you think we're ever going to see $73,000 Bitcoin again? One or yes emoji, two or no emoji. Do you think we'll ever see 73K again? I really want your opinion on this. I really do believe that this money, though, if Strategy holds for the next 5 to 10 years, they're literally going to own the world. They're literally going to own the world. I hope, and oh boy, I am praying that the United States gets their act together and gets this reserve on track for the country. I love the cities and I love the states passing this reserve, but boy, oh boy, this country needs to step up right now and say we are buying Bitcoin for the sake of freedom, for the sake of just owning our fundamental human rights of life, liberty, and property. That's what Bitcoin encapsulates here. And so if you want to take a stance as a country and saying we're fighting for freedom of speech and financial freedom, you're going to go ahead and get that Bitcoin for your country. Because I will thank you for it by the time I'm 60, and my kids by the time they're 20. I don't have kids right now, but if I have kids by the time they're 20, they're going to be thanking you too, Donnie T. So you better get on this. I love everything that's going on, but we need to get that strategic reserve in place. Oh gosh, Crypto Surfer, a member for 2 years now, said run up the likes, fam. Yes, Pam, please.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Oh, yeah, baby. Guys, how many likes do we have? I need to check in on this. I know we got all set in the chat. We have 75 likes, which means we're not all set in the likes. 25 more likes, please. 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 Mono, hello, everyone. Hello, my lovely friends in the chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We're going to go and talk about FTX, man. It honestly hurts my face and my mind when I talk about FTX, because this is like a burden that's been on us for years that we need to move past, you know? And of course, they're bankrupt. They have to give money back, which is what we're going to chat about today. They're going to pay back $1.6 billion to creditors. I just never want to hear an FTX headline again or see SBF's very dirty hair. See, he didn't wash this. You think he washed it that morning? You think SBF washed his hair that morning? I really don't think so. Anyway, FTX's bankruptcy estate is set to release $1.6 billion of funds to creditors at the end of the month, making the third major payout following the exchange's implosion nearly 3 years ago. Now, this is the FTX Recovery Trust, which oversees the bankruptcy process, announcing on Friday that payments will begin on September 30th for creditors who have been completing verification steps on the FTX claims portal. The funds will be routed through service providers like BitGo, Kraken, or Payoneer, and are expected to land in accounts within 3 business days. And U.S. customers will receive up to 40% in the latest round, bringing their total recovery to 95% so far. But again, I would like to remind you that it sounds great that there's a 95% recovery, but go back to what this really means, because it's not really 95%. If you owned Bitcoin at that time, let's say Bitcoin was $15,000, you getting 95% back is like, someone do the math on that. If it's 15K, let's say you get like 10 grand back or something like that, or $13,000 back. I don't know what the math is, I'm guessing. Let's just say you get you get $13,000 out of that $15,000 back. Does that really help you when Bitcoin is $113,000 at the moment? That's not 100%. 100% or 95% recovery means giving you 3/4 or 95% of that whole Bitcoin. If you had 1 Bitcoin on FTX, you should get 95% of it back. Not 95% of the cash, because that means absolutely nothing. That 13 grand you got back, let's say, out of the 15 or 16 grand, what is that doing for you right now? It's not even buying you a quarter of that Bitcoin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe you should be grateful for getting money back. But excuse me, fam, when I would be upset. I was going to say a bad word. We don't say bad words on this show. But, oh boy, if I was that person that had one Bitcoin, a whole bitty on FTX, and it was $15,000, and you're telling me, yeah, you got 95% back. Oh my word, if you told me that, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad at you. Because no, I'm not getting that whole Bitcoin back. Give me my whole Bitcoin. Don't give me 13 grand and tell me that's my recovery. Man, if people knew that was going to happen, they should have just taken out a loan at that time for that $15,000, rebought that Bitcoin, and waited till they got their money back and paid off their loan with that, or their credit card debt. I don't know. I would have just taken out a loan, gotten my whole Bitcoin back, and waited for that recovery. Because that is just stupid. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Oh, I'm biting my finger right now. So ridiculous. Thank you, Danny, telling me it's true. It is true. It is true. It's not a real 95% recovery. You know it was 100% recovery. Let me tell you who did that recovery, Gemini. Give claps to Gemini right now. Give claps to Gemini, because you know what Gemini did? Gemini had their earn program go down in flames, and it wasn't even their fault, but they were like, you know what, fam, we're going to make sure people are made whole. They gave back 100%. Like, if you had a whole coin on there, you got your whole coin back. Not just the dollar amount. So go off Gemini. That's a really 100%. That's really 100%. Sorry, not sorry for my anger today. It's not even real anger. It's just passion. It's just passion that bleeds out of my body. Yeah, the coffee's strong. The coffee was strong this morning. Had my Nespresso. Yes, you listen back up. I'm not disagreeing with you 100% either. He said something is better than nothing. 100. At least we're not getting like $0. But we can't say it's a 95% recovery when it's really not. Like, it's really not. In US, in dollars, it might have been, but in Bitcoin, it's not. It's not. So, sorry guys. Actually, Mono said I don't gotta be sorry. So if Mono says I don't have to be sorry, I'm not sorry. But I do ask that you smash the like, because it helps me. Let's continue. We actually just talked about BitGo within this article, because some of the refunds or recovery will go through BitGo. And BitGo is actually filing for an IPO right now in the United States. So this is another potential crypto stock to watch. Keep an eye out here. Here's the latest on this. Thought everyone would really love to hear it. BitGo filed an S-1 registration statement with the SEC, planning to list Class A common stock on the stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange, under the ticker BTGO. Now, the filing provides a rare look at the company's business scale. They generated $4.19 billion in revenue the first 6 months alone of 2025. That is ridiculous. Nearly quadrupling the $1.12 billion recorded in the same period last year. That is stupendous. That is, first 6 months of 2025, they came out with $4.1 billion in revenue. BitGo's a monster right now. This is why all these companies wanted to buy BitGo, because they're monstrous. However, they weren't that profitable. Well, this is a lot of money anyway. Net income for the first half year fell to $12.6 million, down from the $30.9 million in the first half of 2024. But again, they have to scale, so that goes into those numbers. $4 billion in revenue in the first 6 months of 2025. Bless their hearts at that company. They're making so much money. So much money. And hopefully they could scale properly so that way they get their profits in line. So we also got Coinbase. So we got BitGo, now we got Coinbase. Coinbase said they want to be the super app and they want to take care of your financial services, which again, strikes a chord in my noggin. Goes back to Elon, drop some Elon emojis. If you go back to when Elon first acquired X, Elon was talking about how he wanted X to make up a large portion of the financial system, which again, you know he loves Dogecoin, he loves crypto to a degree. And so Coinbase is one of the leading exchanges. Do you think that these kind of things line up where maybe Coinbase and X have a relationship? Although, here's the T, eToro is low-key partnered with X, because if you look up a stock or a ticker on your X search, TradingView and eToro comes up. So that's a little bit of a scoop for you. But let me see what you think about this, and you could throw it in the comments. Maybe we chat about it in the after show. Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, said in an interview that Coinbase's long-term goal was to be a super app offering crypto alongside a broad range of financial services beyond trad banking. So this also says they're going to compete with Robinhood. Now, he said that with the momentum he's seen with lawmakers from both parties advancing frameworks, a move moving frameworks and moving these legalities forward, that he could have that momentum there to build that super app. Also, we have the Genius Act, which was primarily for USDC, which is like Coinbase's B, and all that sort of thing. So Coinbase has to stay ahead. They have to keep making money, and they have to continue innovating and making things new. So that's what they're trying to do. And of course, they have Base, they have their own blockchain and all of this. So it's no surprise to me that they're going to keep going with that financial super app type vibe. Please smash the like, subscribe, and share. Yes, they do want to be a bank replacement. Absolutely, they do. That's the whole point of the Genius Act. And I think they really wanted to just slide on in there. Coinbase will become probably more of a bank type institution over the next 5 years. I think I really do hope though, if they go that route, they do remain bullish on retail, that like they make retail products, so that way we could get involved in IPOs and things like that without having to be an accredited investor. Maybe just do some KYC, but make it easier, lower that barrier, because right now we just have the rich getting richer and us just being stuck in the same place, and that's not fair. Also, what's not fair is I saw this post by Jim Cramer this morning. He should not get to talk about crypto or anything, but Jim Cramer says, I would like to see a pause in the endless rally of speculation, gold, crypto, and profitless companies. So he said that crypto's on this endless rally. Oh, what a joke, this dude. I mean, at the end of the day, Bitcoin is the best performing asset of all time, but Jim Cramer saying he's calling for the end means that we might just be getting started. So that's your glimmer of hope going into this week. Now, let's dive into your coins to watch, and then we're going to go into our spotlight after that. And then from our spotlight, we're going to go into our after show. So, coins to watch start now. Leading your gainers is OG up 9.3%, Sun is up 10.7%, Mantle up 7%, Story up 6.5%, and Memecore up 1.7%. Now we do have the losers leading the way. There is Pi down 16%, Conflux down 15.9%, Pump.Fun down 14%, Curve down 12%, and Celestia down 11.9%. All right, you guys want me to dive into the sheesh? We're going to dive into the sheesh right now. Please smash the like, subscribe, and share. How many likes do we have right now? I don't even know. Please, my friends, please smash the likes. We have 4 more likes so we hit 100. Let's go into our spotlight today. It needs to be talked about, so let's do it. Now, yesterday was Charlie Kirk's revival, and people were calling it a funeral. It was not that. It was a revival. It was probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. I was hysterical crying all day yesterday. Your girl was a hot mess. I was watching it with friends. We were all just sitting around crying. I had to leave at some point and come watch it by myself and watch Erica and our president and JD. And there were a few, like towards the end, I was like, I need to go home and cry by myself because it was so emotional. The beginning was beautiful with the Avengers of worship music. And just the tunes that were played yesterday are things I listen to all the time. And to hear the name Jesus Christ mentioned on TV as many times as it was, to see the amount of people that were there. I was in church yesterday morning hearing another girl online that was saying to someone, I had a day off and I wanted to go, but they were going to fill out the stadium and an overflow stadium. People were so touched by this because instead of riots and instead of violence and instead of hate coming out of this was the most peaceful thing I've ever seen in my life. The most peaceful thing. And I give Erica Kirk so much credit for being as hurt as she is, but going out there and saying this. If you have not seen it, you need to see this. You need to. You need to.
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him.
I'm a mess already. Freaking mess. That was just downright insane. For just over a week later, for her to say, I forgive him. She forgives the man that took her husband's life. That is just incredible to me that she was able to do that. So I give her so much credit. Like, I'm sitting here hysterical crying and I'm just a witness. You know what I mean? I can't imagine being her. I cannot imagine being her. And it's like at the end of the day, like, there's just so much humanity that was in that room yesterday. And it gave me so much hope for America. Like, we have a spiritual awakening here. And the amount of support is through the roof. And I think Elon, for the sake of the whole situation, Elon really shook my world yesterday. Elon tweeted, Charlie was murdered by the dark for showing people the light. Also, what he said for Charlie, because Charlie said that he wanted Elon and Donnie T to be friends again. Everyone put Elon and Donnie T emojis in the chat, please. Like, this is ridiculous. Please put your stuff in the chat. I'm hysterical crying right now. I'm sorry. And then look at this video. This was insane. Look at this.
Why was he killed?
He was killed because his words made a difference. Because he was showing people the light. And he was killed by the dark.
Thank you, sir. Why was he killed?
This is just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry. I gotta put my hair up. I'm stressed. Your girl is stressed. I'm sorry. I got a little fluff of something going on here. But no, this actually killed me, okay? And then it's true. And then Elon hit us with this last night. I was wiped out after this one. Forgive us for our trespasses as we forgive those who trespassed against us. That is so beautiful, yo. That is so beautiful. And then Donnie T came out, he gave a speech, and then Erica came out. I was kaput after this too. Your girl's a hot mess right now. I'm a hot mess. But oh my gosh, it's just so hard not to get emotional while you speak about this. But you know, all the things that I've been chatting about on the show for basically since I started has been about righteousness and doing good and changing the world and all of those things. And to now outright get to say and feel good about it. Not that I ever would feel bad, but feeling almost safe to say that no, like these are biblically inspired roots that are within me. And I feel so free to be able to say all these things now. And I feel like so many other people are free as well. And this is such a great time for America. Even though it's sad, but we're so rich and so wealthy now because of the amount of people that have come together for a cause, okay? And it's just been beautiful. And I posted this because on Saturday, your girl was a hot mess. I was like this book alone. And I've been struggling to put words to how amazing you guys have been. And the amount of like love that's been thrown my way for just saying what the reality of the situation is. And there's a lot of people that maybe have rejected me or have unfollowed me over the past week because of what I've been saying. And nothing has been bad, but it's the spirit within other people, their darkness that rejects that. And so I'm just so proud of every person that's in this chat that stands up every day for what's right. And to peacefully do that, all you got to do is be nice to people. You don't have to raise a hand. You don't have to raise a weapon. You could just be a good person. And that's the good that wins the war. We're in a spiritual war right now. Spiritual. And we are going to win. Now more than ever, I see that. And I'm so happy we're getting after it on this show every single day and just promoting good vibes. I appreciate every single person that's here. So thank you for supporting. Thank you for doing good for the world. And even a peaceful protest is opening your crypto exchange and exiting the trad system that's full of control and buying yourself some Bitcoin and putting that in your wallet. That's a peaceful protest to say, I'm not participating in the evil TradFi system where this corruption and these evil things that happen are funded by that money. And we're here to say no more. No more will we allow money to corrupt us. The love of money is what corrupts us. Let me be specific about that. It's the love of money that corrupts you. And the love of this evil money that we have in our hands right now, we need to reform that. And Bitcoin is true money, and money is value and information. And we have the right, the fundamental human rights of life, liberty, and property to continue speaking and to receive value, receive information. No one should stand in our way of doing that. And so there's so much love in this world that I really hope, and I really hope that you guys are leaning into it. And it doesn't have to be about God if you don't want it to be. But it should be about truth, unity, righteousness. That's what we've been promoting on this show for over 5 years now. Or 3 years on the Daily Zest. And over 5 years of me doing Miss Teen Crypto, the whole goal has been unity. And people need to realize that the spiritual movement that we have right now intertwines with Bitcoin and crypto and freedom. And I had a really long conversation with someone that's very, very important on Friday. Someone reached out to me and said, we have to chat. And so I spoke to someone that's very, very important. And we went back and forth for an hour and a half about this. And we came to the conclusion that this is what we have to continue doing. And the person that I was speaking to is a representative for someone that's very, very important. And the representative was like, this person agrees with what you're doing, and you have to keep doing it. And hearing that, I mean, it was so beautiful. So yeah, it's just crazy what's going on in this world. My hair is crazy. I'm not ashamed. It's okay. Sometimes we have to have a crazy hair day. I'll tame it. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Uncle Jimmy's in the chat goes, wait, we didn't talk on Friday. Oh my gosh. Uncle Jimmy, you know, you're so important to me too. You are so important to me. I have so much love for Uncle Jimmy. Guys, it was Uncle Jimmy's birthday recently. I don't know if any of you guys said happy birthday to Uncle Jimmy, but if you haven't yet, like, what are you doing? You have to say happy birthday to Uncle Jimmy. Geez. That is my tears for today. I don't think I could cry anymore. I cried all day yesterday over this. But this show is wild lately. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. And at the end of the day, I'm just ultimately so darn thankful for the life I live, the air I breathe, and the roof I have over my head. Did we get a super chat? No super chats today. There were no super chats today. No super chats today. We don't need super chats to cry. But it's just emotional. It's an emotional few weeks. So yeah, no, I'm heated. I'm freaking heated. No, JC, that hits. And so I'm so grateful for every single person that's here. You guys are so special. You guys are like all of us together, like as one collective. We're gonna do so much for this world. We're gonna do so much good for this world, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna move into my next step, but what I do know is that we're gonna do it together. So, all in all, though, I'm grateful. I think we should all be grateful for the life we live and things of that nature. And just keep calm, huddle on, get after it. What's oh, there. Okay. But yeah, no, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for supporting the show and my crazy hair today. And we will be back at another time. Bullish parade, so I didn't do anything. No, listen, no one did anything to me, guys. No one did anything to me. We are just humble. Why Pay said, I'm not special, WTF. Yes, you are. You're a very special person.
Thank
Do
you.
you have
You're welcome.
Oh.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're
Why is it
welcome.
always a hot mess and never a cold mess? Just curious.
It's a hot mess because when you get upset, you get really hot. Like when you get sad, like when your body's like all like you're not cold. Maybe that's why. I'm feeling hot. Never lose the sight of good and righteousness. Yes, absolutely. I'm with you, Ash K, 100%. Whew. Breathe, girl, breathe. Okay. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go into the after show. You're going to have to rewind. I didn't go like too crazy today. I'm really trying to balance all of it and not go too much in one direction for the show and try to just like diversify my topics and stuff. But it's hard when a lot of these things have an emotional hold on your heart. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I just know the life I've lived is not the same life I can keep living due to the things I've learned and the things I've seen. And so with that, let's just keep doing good for each other. Let's do good for the world. And I appreciate you. So just know, we're going to do the right thing here. And it's with all of your help. So whatever you do to continue to choose to support, whatever you do to choose to support this channel, whether that's just watching this show, whether that's hitting the like button, whether it's commenting after the show ends, or becoming a member for $2.99 a month and getting stickers and coming into the after show and hearing me ramble for another 10, 15 minutes, please do that. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube Shorts, if you're on X and you see a post by me or anybody else that's doing good things in this world and is pushing for righteousness, hit the like on their post. Like, the smallest thing makes the biggest difference. Trust me on that. And so I'm here to support you guys. Please go ahead and support this channel if you see fit. Thank you, my friend, for a little crown emoji. That's very cute. Thank you. So wherever you see fit, please support this channel and get after it with us. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I hope you guys have a splendid Monday. Let's get after it this week. Let's do good this week. And I appreciate you, so thank you. And if you haven't yet, please smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. Go into the Discord right now. Member or not, everybody is invited right now. So praise, thank you guys. I hope everyone stays blessed. And I didn't know if you know, but actually I had
A potato flew around my room before you came. Excuse.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a beautiful day. Happy Monday. Stay blessed. I will see y'all tomorrow. And if you haven't yet, smash the like, subscribe, share it out with friends. Go to Discord and have a beautiful day. Bye. Mwah.